Motivation for all you guildings out there. The Lord, I am doing a cooking video with Mom tonight. She's back. We're doing a cooking video. We're cooking quiche. Alright, we're gonna get ready to do this video. A cooking video. I'm not gonna be behind the camera tonight, so you can, this is for her cooking channel. So we're gonna throw it up on my channel and her channel to promote it. So we're gonna do this now, alright? Enjoy the video. Peace out. Bye.
Good evening, everyone. I am just like so overjoyed to be back. Sorry for such a spread in between. I guess your chef was just busy chipping away at work. Working hard in Ritz-Carlton kitchen. I'm enjoying this evening. I'm going to do a quick little simple film just to start off again, and look forward to seeing you again very soon. We're not going to wait too long, but just a joy to be back. Here we are in the kitchen. And I'm making a very simple luncheon or dinner item with eggs. It's called quiche. So quiche is...
Quiche originally comes from Italy, doesn't it?
Quiche is from France.
France.
France is a derivative with the main staple item that you use in quiche are eggs. And you could just about throw the kitchen sink in a quiche, but your main ingredient to hold up in the quiche with its shape as a pie is a very nicely golden brown pie crust that has been a little bit pre-made for you in my oven. So I'm going to show you. You make it golden brown like so. I use fresh pie crust that I have made already between flour, water, and butter. And I roll it out and throw it in my 9-inch pie crust shell. Here it is all baked. What you do is you line the pie shell, you grease it with a little butter and flour, and then you fork it so that it stays within the pie crust and it doesn't bubble and crack. So here we are ready to pull out the pie crust, which must be a little bit cooled, and I'll set it down for cooling in an oven that is set at bake 350. So there's the first step of our quiche product. The next step, folks, as we proceed into putting all of our ingredients in to make this quiche. What you do is you take several pieces of bacon. I don't have any quantity-wise. This is 3 pieces. For 1 quiche, that's about the requirement. And you cook it down till it's brown. And of course, the fat, which is a very important ingredient, is left behind on the bacon fat. You remedy the fat in the pan. You leave it. It remains. And you place the cooked, crunchy bacon to drain it on a paper towel. You leave the fat in there because the next step is to add sliced scallions, whole. You're going to thinly slice them like so. Thinly slice them.
Do I get dinner, Jane?
Always the end product. We share, we test, and we taste.
Alright. As long as I do.
So we slice these until they're all the way towards the end of the green, because there's a lot of flavor from the bottom to the tops. And as I said before, you can practically put the kitchen sink any veggies, zucchini, You can make it veggie style, just with vegetables. You can put meats in there. Bacon is preferable. I'm going to use bacon and salami tonight, which makes it a little on the French-Italian side. I'm also using freshly chopped oregano, which is right here. I chopped it up already, which is a fresh herb. And I'm also going to saute in there fresh baby spinach. So we're done chopping the scallions. And now I'm going to show you, this is wonderful fresh Italian Genoa salami. And we're going to slice that julienne style, which is thin strips, like so. That's julienne style. And you slice that all the way through. I use 4 pieces of this wonderful salami, which you can get fresh, thinly sliced in your deli department, in any of your supermarkets or your Italian markets. So we're going to take this nice cutting board of 3 different ingredients: the scallions, the oregano, and the salami. And we're going to combine it into the rendered bacon fat, like so. Turn the heat on, and we're going to nicely golden saute that until it's cooked through with all the flavors of the bacon fat and the different flavor of the herb, the onions, and the salami. Hi again. Here we're back. We have all of our goodies in the saute pan, nicely semi-cooked, because you don't want to overcook these. You just want to slightly brown them for the flavors of the herbs and the greens and the salami in there. And then I'm going to quickly, since the bacon is already cooked, I'm going to crumble it by chopping it and sticking that in there also to blend everything in. There we go. Chopped up bacon. Toss that in there with all the cooked goodies. Okay, blend it in there. Nicely stir it around.
Oh, looks delicious, Mother.
And what you're going to do is come on over here with these wonderful cooked, the second step after your pie crust is golden brown. You're going to put this on the bottom and scatter it neatly as possible. Scatter it evenly and neatly amongst the pie crust, so that when your liquid mixture goes in, they all rise from the bottom and blend in with your eggs, which is one of your main ingredients for a quiche.
Yum.
So you see that is nicely spread.
That looks good.
Salami, bacon, scallions, and the oregano. Then what I suggest you do is you're going to add your seasonings. Now I'm using tonight white ground pepper. The coarsely ground black pepper adds a little bit of a too coarse grind with a pepper grinder. This is nice and subtle and thin. So you lightly scatter the pepper. It's a nice little light flavor amongst the sauteed veggies. And then I'm using, you can use nutmeg or allspice. So I'm lightly shaking, just little dips and dabs of allspice in there also. So those are the 2 herb ingredients that I use, the seasonings. Then we're gonna go over And I have a bowl here of fresh little baby spinach. Beautiful baby spinach. And we are going to saute that down so the leaves get slightly cooked, not totally cooked, just on medium to high heat on top of the stovetop. Just slightly wilted, you know, for maybe like 3 minutes. Keep on stirring so that it becomes a little wilted. All right, ready to show you the next step, everyone. Nicely wilted the spinach. You can put as much spinach as you like. It all depends on the deep pie dish you have. Here I have basically a 9-inch pie dish, but of course you got to take into consideration you're going to have your ingredients on the bottom, which I just showed you previously before that I sauteed, and then you have to take in mind that you have a liquid being applied in the depthness of the dish, which is eggs and heavy cream and milk, a combination. So I didn't want to add too much, so we're going to apply the wilted spinach evenly amongst the pie shell. As I said previously before, that you can add as much as you would like. If you decide to make it vegetarian and not with the bacon and the other goodies that I added in there, you can add as much veggies as you want, just as long as you slightly cook them down so that they lay flat on top of the pie shell. So the next procedure from there is adding the cheese preferred in this recipe is Swiss. There's various cheeses you can cook with. You can make a nice mixture for the flavors because every cheese has its own background flavor from ethnicity, which could be Swiss, which is Gruyere. You can use Parmesan or Asiago, which is a nice Italian flavoring. And I've chosen tonight sharp cheddar, which you can make it a little bit of a combo color cheese, white and yellow, and Asiago, preferably grated or diced, as you can see it. And what you're going to do also, this is like a layered pie, like a lasagna. You're going to neatly distribute that along in your pie dish with your other goodies and spread it out evenly so that it's well distributed, like so. Nice and yummy and flavorful. Once those cheeses melt,
looks good.
When they melt, they'll blend in with all of the other goodies. And that's where you're going to get the nice baking effect. So, take that into mind, the last step before we apply the liquids into the pie shell. And then the next process is baking it. So what I'm taking here is a measuring cup. For one pie shell, you take 3 to 4 eggs, you crack them into a measuring cup of 2.5 cups mixed heavy cream. You can prefer not to use the heavy cream, and the alternative is just whole milk. But the heavy cream gives it a nice consistency and richness. So going from there, you half and half with milk. I'm using low-fat milk tonight and heavy cream. And you just mix it nicely together. And you also crack in your eggs gently.
Looks good.
And with a whisk, you want to beat those in to the liquid mixture. Nice, well consistency of a nice mixture, like you're making a batter. So whisk it well, the eggs, so they're beaten. Okay, we're looking good here. And we're gonna take that over, and to apply it, nicely pour it in to the pie shell. There we go. And that is a beautiful filled pie shell with your crust, all of your ingredients mixed in there. Leave it so, just like that, with the liquid all the way to the top so it's full, because it will bake nice and fluffy and come out with a great consistency, filling the whole pie shell.
How many minutes we cook this bad boy?
Very good that you asked. Thank you. We're going to cook this little bad boy. We're going to put it in a 350-degree baked oven. You can, if you have a convection oven, that takes a little bit faster, but this oven is 350 degrees, and you usually bake it between 50 and 60 minutes. Now you can test it with a toothpick to make sure the center is coming out nice and moist, so that you know the eggs are steadily cooked. The mixture with the milk and the eggs. Ready? Good evening, everyone. It was a pleasure seeing you and being with you this evening in Jane's Kitchen. I just want to share with you that the quiche that I made this evening is in the process of baking. And it was a pleasure showing you step by step the process of a wonderful, wonderful kitchen in the sink pie. But I want to make mention that I'll be sharing this wonderful food product, culinary product, with you all. I'll be sharing it on Jason Sith Lord channel. And you can enjoy watching and viewing the same. Jason is also a culinary foodie, as his mother, and Chef Jane has had a pleasure.
And it's going on Chef Jane's channel as well, so you can watch it too.
Chef Jane's channel will be viewing this, and also Sith Lord Spaniard, which is Jason Genova. So both dual fans enjoy. Peace out. Bye.
Bye.
Good evening again. We are not continuing, but we are finalizing. So here is your end product of your beautifully put together quiche. Quiche Lorraine it's called, because Lorraine means it is from the central part of France, and the basis of that is involving your Provence of France, which is Lorraine County, like a county here in the United States, like Palm Beach County that we live in. And their main menu there is involving eggs, which is very pesante. So this is a pesante French accented dish, because you're throwing, basically speaking, the kitchen sink in this wonderful, delicious pie. So this is your end result after baking it for 45 to 50 minutes. Nice, light, crusty golden brown on the top. Cheeses are all melted. Veggies and everything in there have all blended in together with your egg mixture. And the crust is nice and golden brown. And now I am in the process of cutting this pie.
And giving me some food in my belly.
So You nicely slice it with a pie cutter.
Yes.
In wedges, like you would do with pie. And here is your first well-presented cut piece.
Wow.
There you go, folks.
Taste the product.
There you go. Nice. And you can always decorate your plate with a little sifting of paprika or freshly ground black pepper from your pepper mill. But here is your quiche, Lorraine.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with me this evening. I will look forward to seeing you on the next culinary occasion. Good night.